Yes, hello there my fellow race leaguers, and welcome to highlights from what will be a very special Spanish Grand Prix. As we take a look at the qualifying results, Dubsy in pole position, alongside him on the front row, Chastity, Zampley, Cartu, Jacob Potato, the top five, yours truly in 6th position, Shervo in 7th, Diamond Duck 8th, HSV 9th, and lucky last was Mighty Murph. As we fast forward to the starting grid, under cloudy grey skies here at the Circuit de Catalunya, with a 90% chance of rain. It's a dry start though, but the question was, when will the rain come? Sitting on the starting grid now, fuel up to Rich to try and get more oomph off the starting line. 4 lights, 5 lights, you know how it works. Away we go then. Good start off the line, a little bit of wheel spin there as I try to use up KERS. The engine overheating a bit on the start line. Up to 5th already now, using up half of my KERS. Now Cartu brakes a little bit early here, which sends me into HSV, I think, which sends me around. I don't know who that was who spun me around at turn 1, but anyway, no damage, and off I go yet again as we fast forward to lap 4 now. HSV a little wide out of that corner now, and DRS, I've used up all of my KERS as I dive through on the inside. I run a little bit wide, but HSV does as well. And a nice clean move there to get past HSV, up to 6th place now, and that rain is starting to fall. Only light at this stage as I fast forward to lap 6, and I'm just about to meet a traffic jam. Have a look at this, nowhere to go, and bang! Around goes Cartu. Duck that was, I think. Box, says the race engineer, as Shervo makes the most of that little incident to get through for 6th place. And a bit of a gaggle of cars ahead of me there, but massive understeer here, as you'll see. Straight off the road into the gravel. I get DRS, but what's the point? I've got no front wing. In awful trouble there, and it's only lap 6 as we fast forward into the pit lane now. Now, even though the rain's not that heavy, I decide to change to intermediate tyres as the Lotus mechanics get to work changing my front wing, as the options go off and the intermediates go on, so that rain getting a little bit heavier now. Diamond Duck pitting as well. I think he picked up some damage from that incident as well. So back out on track now as that rain starts to get a little bit heavier, and as you can see, it's got a lot heavier now. As lap 10 up behind Shervo, I was blinded by that spray, and I am sorry, my friend. I missed me braking point. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I outbraked myself. And the spray there just distracted me a bit, and unfortunately I went right into Shervo. As I continue on, lap 10 now. And I just go to dive into the pits now. I've already made 1 stop for inters, and I took another bit of a gamble here, which you do in wet races, and that was to change to full wet tyres, as I was losing plenty of grip just on the intermediates. A few others stopped as well at the same time. Off come the inters, on go the wet tyres, 3.2 seconds, handy pit work from my boys yet again. So I pass Cartu there in the Marussia pits. So I come back out in 5th place now, so I'm just looking to make these wet tyres last as long as possible. And 2 stops remaining, says my race engineer now, as I flick ahead to lap 13. I run a little bit wide coming out of this corner here and lose the back end onto the grass, and Cartu there making the most of this as he's all over the back of me now. I'm just about to head into the gravel wide again, and Cartu sneaks through. Great move by Cartu there, up into 4th place.
You've fallen down to 5th place.
Now these tyres are still fairly new now, so just a mistake on my part. As we zoom 1 lap ahead now, 14, I get a good run on him. I don't have too much top end speed as Cartu's jumping around there, but maintains his line, and I can't get through. No, he's run a bit wide. So up to 4th place, I dispense away with Cartu. Almost half distance now, lap 14, lap 17. These tyres are starting to go off as Jacket Potato, I think that is ahead of me, comes in to make a pit stop. So this is my 3rd stop now of the afternoon. all going well. There should be just one remaining. Jacob Potato goes out as well.
The track is clear. Track is clear.
So still in 5th place, putting in some consistent laps at the moment, but just trying not to make a mistake as Cartu, 21.6 seconds behind me. He's fallen back a fair way.
Next stop is the last if the weather stays like this.
So just one more stop to go, says the race engineer, as we fast forward lap 23. And you can see Jacob Potato going into the pits there. I couldn't manage to get past him for a few laps. So as he comes into the pits, I've got one more lap to go before my pit stop, so I'm trying to do the undercut. You can see there as I flick the fuel up to Rich to try and jump him in the pits. I need to put in a good lap here. No mistakes whatsoever needed if I'm going to get out ahead of Jacket Potato. As we fast forward to the end of the lap, I come into the pit lane. You can see the tyres have gone off. Have I done enough to stay ahead of Jacket Potato with just 8 laps remaining? New set of wets go on. And where is Jacket Potato? That is the question. Look at the map in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Here he comes. Pit lane limiter off. I've used up most of my KERS there as well, but it's not enough, and Jacket Potato goes into 3rd position and into a podium position. Mr. Consistency in 3rd place yet again. Now the race engineers were saying that the weather would improve, but there was no sign of that in the closing few laps, and a few people got caught out changing to intermediate tyres, as a matter of fact. Now very close with Jacket Potato there, having a bit of a cheeky look. Now this is the incident. I got a few nasty messages. I say nasty messages, they weren't that nasty from Jacket Potato following the race last night. But look at this, I try to go left, I have a look on the inside, I outbrake myself a little bit, and we make contact. I go into the gravel, and Jacket Potato goes off as well. Now I tried to slow down a bit here, I ease off, just looking in my rear view mirrors to see where Jacket Potato is, but he's not around. So I continue on my merry way. Now that was probably the most controversial incident of the race. Now Jacket Potato said to me, how did you not get a penalty for that? Well, my answer is, how did you not get a penalty for this? Cutting the last corner in qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix to take 2nd place on the grid, and knocking off our good friend Dubsy in Bahrain. That looks suspiciously like a Toro Rosso. But anyway, I've gotten over that as we fast forward to lap 30. Now this is the moment, folks. Chastity's pitted, he's onto intermediate tyres, he's made the wrong call, his pit crew's made the wrong call, he runs a little bit wide. This is for the lead, he comes out a little bit wide. I use KERS, I'm on the wet tyres, straight past Chastity, the championship leader. And well, he wasn't the championship leader at that stage, I should say, but so 4 laps to go, I'm in the lead. Never won a Grand Prix, as we all know, in my 42nd race. As we fast forward to the last lap, just trying to keep all 4 wheels and tyres pointing in the right direction. Fuel a little bit low there, so I flicked it down to low. Now as much as I want to enjoy the moment, I can't, because I just want to get this thing to the finish line and take my first win. Chastity 15.4 seconds down the road. 2nd last corner, coming up to the last corner now. I couldn't do it in RB8 or RB9, but RB10, I have finally done it, crossing the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix. My home Grand Prix there, as my flag says, but a fantastic race. Chastity in 2nd place, a very unhappy Jacket Potato in 3rd, HSV in 4th, Zampley in 5th, Cartoon 6th, Mighty Murph in 7th, Shervington 8th, Diamond Duck 9th, and Dubsy failing to make the start after getting disconnected in 10th. But it was all about my first win, absolutely over the moon. Big thanks to everyone for their support over the last couple of seasons. And there it is, win number 1, hopefully the first of many. But looking ahead to next week, and another exciting Grand Prix, that's for sure, the RB10 Monaco Grand Prix from the picturesque, very picturesque by looking at that picture there, Monte Carlo. That's next Thursday night, the 12th of December. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.